Do you tend to feel your hip flexors in a plank? Maybe your push-up looks more like a dive bomb than a push-up. Are you looking for sneaky ways to work on your hips with upper body moves? Well, come join me on the ground to explore 2 different ways to get more abs out of your planks and push-ups. We're first going to use the kinetic chain to help tap further into your deep core and support your pelvic floor. The adductors attach to the sit bone and onto the femur. So if we go to squeeze a block between our knees while doing a push-up or a plank, this is going to pull the sit bones out towards the femur, which then reciprocally will help close the top of the pelvis and position the TAs into a more shortened position. For the pelvic floor, it's the sling of muscles here at those sit bones. So as those sit bones widen and get pulled out towards the femur, you can see how that creates a natural lift and provides the pelvic floor with more support. Now, as you go to do this plank or push-up, you can do it at an elevated surface or from knees on the ground, whatever the body needs at that point in time to meet where it's at for your core and upper body strength. We're going to take that yoga block and you're going to go with the medium width apart. You can experiment a little bit. Some people might need a little bit closer, but some people also might need that a little bit wider, especially if you're feeling a lot of hip flexors kicking in as you're going to do that squeeze. So as I'm here, I'm going to start in a nice plank position, whether I'm on hands or on forearms, legs long, pushing through that serratus, head and neck nice and long, and squeezing that block, visualizing how that helps those hip bones in the front pull around towards each other. Now I can just hold this plank position here, inhaling to my back and sides, exhaling, get a little more squeeze, thinking of hip bones, abs, and ribs pulling around towards each other, and use that as my plank. Now, if I were to progress into a push-up, it is a moving plank. So really, as best we can, making sure we maintain that nice long spine and core connection as we feel your shoulder blades move around the rib cage. This is where sometimes the weak link is in the core, and other times it could be that the weak link is in your shoulder blades. But it's going to be those same concepts of squeezing that block, inhale up top. We can exhale for a little more support as we come down, and then pressing back out. We just have to make sure that we got enough space. That yoga block ran into the ground there, so I had to create a little more space and push it back as I come down and as I come back out of it. But in the end, that should really help amp up you feeling more core connection and improve stability for that shoulder blade to move on. Now, another thing we can experiment is for those individuals that tend to kind of overuse their hip flexors to stabilize their spine and their pelvis instead of using their abs. So with this variation, what we're going to do is we're going to internally rotate those legs and go onto your knees and think about letting everything hang down first, making sure this is okay through your midline. So we're taking tension out of those hip flexors and letting yourself sink down. You're gonna press out with that serratus, and then you're intentionally gonna use your abs to pull your abs back and ribs back, versus we're not wanting to stick your bum up in the air, but we're lifting with those abs, legs stay nice and relaxed and just kind of along for the ride. We can hold this position here and breathe for the plank, thinking of inhaling to your back and sides and chest wall. Exhale, hip bones, abs, ribs wrap around towards each other. We can take it into the push-up by dynamically going up and down and really focusing on using those abs to keep your spine lifted and ribs back. Once again, we're looking for that nice long line through your spine, not rounding here or having your bum up in the air. I find sometimes when people go down, they'll kind of keep their hips up in the air. So for those individuals, you might actually have to cue them to let their hips come down towards the ground to help them not leave their bum up behind while they dive bomb down through the top side. This is only looking at 2 pieces of the puzzle. It could be that you need to address what's happening in the shoulders, such as more serratus or pec major strength. Or maybe you need to improve scapular or rib cage mobility to improve the performance and core connection in either of these moves. Make sure to check out some of our other helpful videos about shoulders and the rib cage for some deep dives into those topics. Did you find this video useful or have more questions? Make sure to let us know by liking, commenting, or subscribing to our channel. Are you a movement professional wanting more? Check out the description below for more details about our continuing education courses that we have, and I'll see you in the next video.